Assalamu alaikum, students. Today we are going to do the same chapter. We are going to start with the same chapter and the second topic of that chapter in electrostatics. Now, in electrostatics, we have previously done the ways of charging. Now we are going three ways of charging: friction, conduction, and induction. Now, today we are going to discuss electrostatic induction, and the SLOs are: describe electrostatic in- uh, charging by induction, and state there are positive and negative charges in nature. Oh, so first is, what is electrostatic induction? Electrostatic induction is the redistribution of electric charges in an object caused by the influence of the nearby object. For instance, you can see this is a neutral object. If a nearby charge object is brought near to that, this positive rod attracts all the negative charges of this sphere, and the positive charges will repel the positive charges of is towards the other side. So the net charge will remain the same, the equal number of positive and negative charges, but there is an accumulation of negative charges on one side and the positive charges on the other side. So electrostatic induction charging is a method used to charge an object without actually touching object to any other charge object. It is a quick way of charge using a charge object to give something a charge. The opposite sign without losing of any of the original charges. So means that the net charges over there will be the same, equal number of positive and negative charges, and there is no loss of electron or gain of electron in this process. So how we are going to this is, you can see, is an induction. This is the negative charge, and this will become positive. How? If I brought this rod near to it, not touching it, you can see the negative will be repelled to one side, and there is a temporary rearrangement of the charges on this sphere, and on this side it become positive. So how we are going to charge an object now? This balloon is negatively charged, and these are the objects are neutral. Now when this negatively charged balloon is brought near to that, under the influence of the charges of the balloon, these the positive charges are repelled, and the negative charges are repelled, and positive charges are attracted towards the balloon. when a a charged object moves near to an uncharged object, charge is induced on the uncharged object due to the electrostatic field around the charged object. And this is electrostatic induction, the creation of charge by influence of a nearby charged object, not by actual contact. Here induction means to influence without contact. You can see the balloon is not in contact with this, but still it can create a charge on this. The negative attracts the positive, and over here, and the negative charges are repelled on the other side. So this is what the electrostatic charge is. Now how we are going to charge a single metal conductor with the help of electrostatic? So what we are going to do is bring a neutral sphere, and it is mounted on an insulating stand. Uh, when we brought a positive charge or near to it, you can see that this negative charges are attracted to this positive rod, and the positive ones are repelled. So there is a redistribution of the charges on this sphere. On this side it is negative, and in this side there will be positive, because the like charges attract each other and unlike repel each other. Now what we are going to do, without removing the rod, just touch the if I'm going to charge this sphere negatively, I'm going to touch this positive side. So electron from the earth come moves towards from with the via hand, move towards the positive side and neutralize the positive charges on this side. So this is the second step. Then what happened is that now all of the positive charges are neutralized and we are going to remove the hand, and this is called the earthing process. Now we are going to stop the earthing process. Now again in the next step we are going to remove. Now this sphere only have negative charge on one side, and then we are going to remove the rod, and when we remove the rod the sphere has a excess of negative charge on this, and it become a negatively charged sphere. So this is how by electrostatic induction we are going to charge the single sphere. Now these are the few points to note. An insulating stand is needed to prevent electron from flowing to earth. Means that if it is not mounted on insulated stand, this electron will again flow to the earth and the metal conductor during the charging process. Now the next point to note is that we have to remove the hand first. Means we are going to keep the charge rod on its place and we are going to remove the hand first, so that the if we are going to do otherwise remove the rod and then the hand, it means the electron will flow to the earth and discharging occur and conductor is not charged. The third is that the number of induced charges in the conductor should be less or equal to the number of charges in the charging source, and the charge induced in the conductor is always opposite to the charging source. As I have already shown you that uh, a positive charge rod is brought near and it makes the sphere negative. So how we are now we are going to discuss how the two metal spheres are charged. So the two conductors are on the insulating stand and they are touching each other like this. Now these are the two neutral metal spheres and they are touching each other, making it as a one body, and both are on the insulating stand, so that the charges any charges developed and the sphere should not be conducted to the earth. Now in the next step we are going to bring a charge rod near to it. Now when we bring a charge rod near to it, this is a negatively charged rod. All the positive charges are attracted toward the rod and the negative will be repelled. And this the so the sphere A will have an the electrons are removed, so it has deficiency of electron, it means they are positively charged, and the sphere B has an excess of electrons on it, so it is negatively charged. Now again we are not going to remove the rod, we are going to separate. In the presence of the rod we are going to separate A and B. If it is done otherwise, the charges whenever the rod is removed, if in this condition the rod is removed, the charges will immediately redistributed and there is no charge, the A and B will again become the neutral bodies. Now so in order to charge A and B, we are going to keep this rod and then we are going to separate the sphere A and B. In this way, A will have the positive charge and B will have the negative charge. Now, in the next, we are going to remove the rod. So, A will have a less amount of electrons. So, it become positive charge and B has an excess of electron. So, it become negatively charged. So, A and B have the same amount of opposite charges. Now we have to separate them first before removing the rod. If not, they will neutralize themselves and become neutral. So this is the way the uh, two metal spheres are charged by electrostatic induction. Now uh, we know how we know that every or material body has the two kind of charge, and no material is free of the charges. So we can see that this is the structure of the atom. It has six protons in the nucleus. It has six electrons revolving around it, and it is six neutron, and neutrons are the six neutrons are electrically neutral. They do not carry any charge. If this loses an electron, it means it has more number of protons than neutron than electron. So this will become positively charged. And if it gains the electron, it means it has more number of electrons than the proton. So this will become a negative charge. So that's why the atom become negatively charged if it gains an electron, and it become positively charged when it loses an electron. So that's we can say that there are positive and negative charges in nature, and this you can see this is the structure of every atom. Electrical charge is the fundamental property of matter and never found free. And we see that by looking at the structure of atom, there are two kind of charges. So thank you and Allah Hafiz till we meet in third uh, the third topic of this unit. Thank you.